Hi guys, Yong here, and recently, I'm not sure about you, but on YouTube, on social media, I've been seeing a lot of videos, a lot of YouTubers doing videos about, identifying, exposing scams. Now, in this video, I'm not doing that, okay, but I want to share with you that honestly, really, right, in this industry where we talk about finance, trading, investing, I've experienced a lot of traders and investors falling prey into such investment schemes, such scams, okay? So today, of course, I'm not talking about exposing any particular individual or companies, but today's topic over here, I want to give you some tips, okay, where you'll be able to better equip yourself with the knowledge, with the wisdom to protect yourself, okay? That's the intention or objective of this video, right? So if you are here thinking that, there's another juicy story out there, sorry to disappoint you, okay? But we're gonna do this here on a more slightly serious tone, because just recently, we do have some of our traders even falling prey into all the scams, okay? And I know how painful that is because usually if you are falling prey into such scams, you are putting a lot of money into it, okay, and it's definitely painful to know that you're almost having the zero chance of getting your money back, okay. So number one thing I want you to take note of is that in this industry, when we're talking about finance, trading, investing, there are many out there, okay, and it can come from many variations, many packaging, many messages that they put around. Some of them are of course very obvious. Once you take a look at it, okay, this you better stay aware of it. But there are some schemes where they do their packaging really well. You might not be able to identify them immediately. Okay, but today over here, of course, there are a few things that you definitely need to know if today you want to really come into this industry, right? Trading, investing, you'll be exposed to it. And I hope this video here is able to give you some ideas, some knowledge of how you can protect yourself, okay? So now, first thing first, okay, I want all of you who are watching this to at least know this, and you need to acknowledge and accept this fact, okay? There's no such thing as sure win, 100% guarantee in trading investing, okay? So if someone or any scheme comes up to you and say that I'm able to guarantee you in 3 months time you'll be able to double your capital, profit 100%, run away, okay? That's not true because again, in this industry, there's no such thing as sure win, there's no such thing as 100%, there's no such thing as a guarantee return or a guarantee profits, okay? And I also want you to know that in this industry, is it possible to actually double your capital, 100% your return in a relative short period of time? For example, let's say 3 months, okay? Is it possible? Is it doable? Now, the answer to that is yes. You can gain 100% return in 3 months. But the downside over here that many people are not aware of is in order for you to achieve that, you need to put in massive amount of risk. In other words, number one, it's not going to be sustainable because likely you can do it once, you can do it twice, but you're not able to do it consistently. It's not going to be sustainable. Number two, it's not going to be scalable. Okay, now what I mean by that is, of course, today you put in $1,000, $100, maybe to some of you might be, okay, that's a small amount, I'm able to risk everything. Okay, but if today you're talking about 100,000, $1 million, a few $100 million, would you be able to take that kind of massive amount of risk? Likely not, okay? And for that reason, it's not scalable, okay? So I want you to know that as well, right? Whenever you're looking to trade, to invest, to join any particular investment scheme, to put your money at a particular fund, do take note of that, okay? If that fund here is promising or giving you an outlook of a huge percentage of profit or return within a relative short period of time, do take note of that because likely they are putting in quite big some risk, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. Now, another form of, I would say, scams here, okay, maybe is a good time for me to objectify or explain what scam really is. Okay, because again, everyone is talking about this word, but what is the true meaning of it? And now, of course, I'm not going to refer it to like dictionary.com or what is Wikipedia talking about. But to me here, generally, I feel that when people call something a scam, what they feel is that they are being cheated. Okay, which means that at one point in time, maybe the provider over-promise but under-deliver, or you have a certain expectation yet the provider isn't able to meet it. Okay, so there's some kind of misalignment in the expectation and the actual product or service, and therefore you feel that you're cheated. Okay, and naturally people will label that as a scam. Okay, so again, once you understand this, you want to then take note, right? What is your expectation? What is the provider promising in terms of the product and the services? Again, if they are promising too high, then are they over promising and not able to deliver? You want to be aware of that. Or if today you set your expectation too high and it doesn't really make sense, then it might be coming from you having that high expectation. Okay, where if let's say you don't clarify that, the provider also don't clarify on their side, right? And that is a mismatch. There's no alignment to it. You might feel cheated as well. Okay, so I want to really clarify that. Okay, so another perspective, or I would say tips here that you want to take note of in terms of this industry where many people fall prey into is when it comes to brokerage. Okay, so in order for you today to trade or invest, you definitely need a broker account. Okay, and of course in this industry, right, many people know that, and a lot of times many of these companies or even selected individual tends to use this platform, the brokerage industry, to craft something out to cheat other people. Okay, and naturally that becomes a scam, right? Okay, so some things here that you want to take note of. Number one, okay, of course today you want to check if there's any withdrawal and deposit usually not an issue, but any withdrawal issue with this particular broker, okay, that you're heard of or that perhaps someone is using or you yourself are using. Okay, now if today this broker give in, put in a lot of conditions, a lot of criteria where you need to meet before you're able to withdraw your funds, red flag. Okay, you want to take note of that. Okay, so what are some of the conditions that a particular broker can put in place to prevent you from withdrawing your fund? Very simple. For example, if the broker say that, okay, once you put in a deposit into your account, you need to wait, 3 months, 6 months, a year later before you can withdraw it, red flag. Okay, if today the broker comes and tell you that, okay, after you deposit this, you need to trade, you need to have a certain activity of a minimum, how many volume, how many lot size before you'll be able to unlock your cash and withdraw it, red flag again. Okay, so all these little details here before you really put in your money, your hard-earned money, and start trading with any specific broker, make sure you clarify if there's any of such condition. Okay, maybe you can directly ask the brokers, okay, or you can of course check on review, ask some of your friends. Even for me, you can ask, right, with regards to all this. If I have some experience, I can share with you. But of course, if I never used any particular platform before, I'll be very honest and tell you that I can't give you any comments on that. Okay, but the idea here is, it's your money. It doesn't make sense for the broker to make it so difficult for you to withdraw, right? Okay, so that's not the role of the broker anyway. Okay, if you want to withdraw money, they should make it such that it's your money, you have the rights to withdraw anytime you want. Okay, so do take note of that. Okay, and over here, the idea again, why I'm sharing all this is wanting to give you the real picture of what trading investing is. And again, when we talk about expectation here, some of you, perhaps you have a balloon idea about what trading investing is. Maybe you still really believe that, taking the 100% return in 3 months time is, it's should be that way, right? Then your expectation is really not right. Okay, you need to lower that. Okay, and of course some of you are genuinely being cheated, right? And ideally with this video here, sharing with you some red flags from the broker industry, from what real trading is, you'll be able to match again what some of these providers, these platforms are promising. Okay, are they over delivering? And ideally you'll be able to understand if that's really real, or they are just trying to entice you to put your money with that. Okay, so again, why I'm shooting this is really I've seen so many of these schemes going, that means busting, and then so many of these new schemes coming back in, and every time they do exist in the market, right? It's just in different forms, in different shapes. When one busts, the other will come out, and when this busts, the other one will come out. Okay, it's always going to be there. So the only way really for you to protect yourself is acquire that knowledge, acquire the ability to identify them, okay, so that you do not fall prey to it again. Okay, so I hope this little video here give you some perspective, give you some insights into it. If you have some experience that you encounter before, I would appreciate you can also share it in the comments below in this video, so that we'll be able to really share this message out to as many people as possible to prevent them from falling into another trap. Okay, and of course, if you have any questions, do feel free to reach out to me as well. I'll be more than happy to clarify some of the doubts that you have. Okay, but at the same time, I want to be very honest and transparent. If I have no experience with any of this before, I would just straight up tell you. Okay, but of course, along the way, I'll also give you some guidance as to how you can find out a little bit more, how you can protect yourself along the way as well. Okay, so if you really benefited from this, I will also appreciate that you share what is the one thing that maybe you learn from this, okay, in the comments below, so that we'll keep this discussion active to help out a little bit on the YouTube algorithm, the video algorithm as well, so that we'll be able to reach out to more people. Okay, and of course, if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, do that, so that in the future when I release any new video, you'll be the first one to notify. Okay, so with that, I really hope this sharing here is able to help you and ideally protect as many of you as possible from falling prey into such schemes, such investments, such traps. Okay, and with that, that's my objective. Hopefully it's able to that through this video here, and I'll see you guys in the subsequent videos that I'm going to share. Okay, see you guys, bye bye.